I'm new to League of Legends. There's so many things to work out. Where do I focus first? How do I get better? How do I climb out of iron? How do I stop having a 36% win rate? In this profile view in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be breaking down basically the 4 big things that all new players, particularly top laners, need to do to get themselves climbing faster, more consistently, and enjoying the game. The first one is volume of games. You need to be playing as many games as you can as a new player. The second one is your champion pool. Figure out what you have fun on and then double down on it. The third one is laning phase. Figure out your laning phase and then go from there. And the fourth one is how to use paid coaching as well as free resources like YouTube and Twitch streamers to accelerate your learning. Before we get into this profile view, if you're interested in getting your profile reviewed for free, please check out the link in the YouTube description below, as well as if you're interested in the paid coaching solution, the monthly climbing plan I talk about towards the end of this video. I've also got a link in the YouTube description to book a free one-on-one call over Discord with me, no obligations, to see how that plan can work for you and your goals for Season 13. Let's get into the profile view. Currently, you are an Iron 3 player, and it looks like it's your first season playing. You've currently got a 36% win rate. And what I'm going to talk to you in the next 10 minutes is basically what every new player needs to do and what you need to do specifically. And it's just 3 core concepts. First one is just play games. Right now, playing volume of games is your best friend. You're new to the game, you just need to learn through volume. Whether it's ARAMs, ranked, or normals, just get the volume and the time under your belt. Second one, champion pool. What champions do you play? Where do you start? When you like a champion, should you stick with it? Should you play meta? What should you do with your champion pool? How many champions? And then the third one, laning phase. The biggest thing holding new players back from climbing is laning phase. It's the most important part of the game, but it can also be the most complex. The good thing is it's very repeatable. So once you understand how to play laning phase, it's very easy to get it consistent, generate leads, and that will automatically help you with your mid, late game issues and allow you to win more games. Cool. So the first one, play more games. When you're a new player in League of Legends, the best thing you can do to get better at the game most efficiently is to play more League and to watch and absorb as much content as you can. Literally just search just find top lane streamers on Twitch around like the diamond plat level. You don't want to go too high elo because you'll just get confused and you won't really understand the playstyle. And it's just unrealistic. Like watching Challenger gameplay when you're iron and new to the game, you're just not going to understand what they're doing. Try and find an educational player. If you really want to do high elo top lane gameplay, try and find someone like Bwipo, who is really educational. He talks about what he's doing and why. And just watch his content whenever you're not playing League and you're looking for, how to learn more and you're not wanting to play. Whether you're playing ARAMs, ranked, or normals, it really doesn't matter how you're getting your time under your belt, but ideally you just want to be exploring and following what you're having fun with. So if you're having fun with a certain champion, I don't want you to worry too much about your win rate at the moment on them. Rather, I just want you to follow the trail of fun and start to try and figure out, okay, why am I having fun on this champion? And start kind of developing a palette or a taste for what champions you like, play styles you like, build paths you like and don't like. Then, what you need to do then is once you've got that champion that you really enjoy and you're like, I could see myself playing this champion, or maybe it's 1 or 2 champions, ideally. We don't want more than like 3. So maximum 3, I'd highly recommend 1 if you're trying to climb to platinum in the fastest way possible, which is what you're trying to do. And 2 if you're a player who realistically you don't or can't see yourself one-tricking. Get 2 champions. Now, in terms of you, what I would recommend, honestly, is I actually think your Illaoi could be one of your best bets in League of Legends right now, particularly in the top lane. I can't really see much potential on any of your other champions. I think Garen, just because he's really simple at the moment, could be quite good. But looking at your mobilytic stats, I can see that Illaoi, you've got a goal difference of plus 1200, which basically suggests to me you're a pretty decent Illaoi at laning phase. And again, it's only over 6 games, but when we're dealing with a very small pool of data, it's really good to see. So I would highly recommend you play Illaoi and then possibly your Garen, if you're comfortable with playing Garen. And that's your champion pool I would ideally want you to play if you're ready to settle down. If you're not ready to settle down, go back to my first tip and just keep playing the game, whether you're even switching roles or anything. Keep playing the game and just discover what you like to play. Don't worry too much about your rank if that's what you're doing. If you're in the stage of discovery still, you're not ready to settle down, don't worry about your rank, just play volume and get comfortable with the game, get comfortable with champions, and just find what you love. Then, when you found what you love, do what I'm basically recommending with your Garen and Alawi, is pick 1 to 2 champions and just play the shit out of them. Get as much volume as you can, absorb as much educational content on YouTube and Twitch as you can, and just figure out their build paths, how they play laning phase, are they team fighters or split pushers, and just get to know everything about them and test, experiment, and play gameplay on them. Hours and hours, as much as you can, as much as realistically possible. Get time on those champions so you can develop champion mastery. Because once you develop champion mastery, that's when the real climbing happens. Winning becomes a lot easier, identifying win conditions, looking at your strengths, improving your weaknesses, all these things come easier when you have mastery. It's kind of like driving a car. When you drive a car for the first time, it's fucking hard. You're looking in your rearview mirror. When do you indicate? How do you reverse parallel park? You're constantly thinking. But after a few years of driving, everything's autopilot. Like sometimes you can't even remember how you got from point A to point B. Like driving to work, you just like listening to music, chilling, and you're like, oh shit, I just drove this whole way, avoided crashes, drove the speed limit, etc., doing all these things without even concentrating. So that's why it's so important just to get volume and mastery under your belt, because you'll become a better player naturally for it. The third one is your laning phase. Right now, the biggest thing that's holding you back and holds all Iron players and new players to the game back is their laning phase. I can see right now, out of your 90 top games played this season, you're averaging a 1,300 gold deficit, which if you look at it, a kill is about 300 gold. So 3, 6, 9, 12. We're basically falling behind like 4.5 deaths worth of gold in the first 15 minutes of the game. So if we can fix this one issue, I guarantee your win rate's going to improve by up to like 15 to 30%, which is where we need it to be in order to climb. We need to be able to get your win rate, once you've figured out how you want to play the game, to 55% win rate as soon as possible. And to be honest, if you are still in that stage 1 of where you're just really needing to learn and discover, what I recommend is getting 2 accounts. 1 account for learning and discovering, and then once you've found your champion pool, you're like, these are the champions I want to play for at least the next 6 months, then you go onto your other account, your main account, and that account is purely for climbing. So you're never playing new champs on that. You're only playing the champions you've tested out and you have mastery on. And then whenever you want to expand your champion pool or learn a new champion, you go to your other learning account and you play ranked on that, and you just get a feel for the champ, and then you bring it over to your main roster. Kind of like having an A team and a B team. You always have your A team on when you're wanting to win the game and when you're wanting to climb to your gold rank, and then you have your second account with your B team where you're learning, understanding the game, and developing new concepts and testing out new strategies. Now, laning phase for you, the big things you need to focus on are 3 things. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed because there's a lot of things you need to focus on. The first one is dying less in lane. So literally just watch YouTube videos, like literally type into Google how to die less in top lane. Perfect. Second one, how to CS properly and manage my wave. That's the second one. Again, just go to YouTube, search that. It's going to be your best friend. And then the third one is recall timers. Figure out how to recall optimally as a top laner. And then the fourth one, this is a bit more advanced, is understand how to position and trade against the enemy. So really the first 3 concepts have nothing primarily to do with your lane opponent. It's rather all about how you die less and generate more income. So it's all about giving less income to your enemy and getting more income for yourself, so we can fix the biggest issue that's holding you back right now. Now, Ali, those are the big 3 things that every new player and player in your situation honestly has to solve before they go anywhere else. There's no point in talking about more complex problems, and there's no point in you focusing on more complex issues like should I play the meta? Is this champion good in high elo? LS said this champion's bad, or this champion has a really low win rate. Don't worry nothing about that. All you need to worry about is time played, champion mastery, what you're having fun on, and improving your laning phase. Focus on those things and you're gonna become a better player naturally. Now, you have stated you're interested in coaching, and if you're liking what I'm saying in this profile video and you're like, fuck, I want to accelerate my climbing, like I'm ready to climb, I know the champions I want to play, and I just want to get to platinum, what I recommend is a monthly coaching plan. And basically what that is I follow you every month and I break down the biggest things holding you back through monthly game reviews, statistical tracking, goal setting, and looking at your strengths and weaknesses and giving you step-by-step frameworks and guides on how to solve the biggest issues holding you back, like your high death count, like your poor CS per minute, and like your bad trading patterns against enemies. We break down those concepts until you have mastery on them, and then we move on to the next biggest problem holding you back. And the idea is not to turn you into a platinum player overnight, but to go from Iron 2 to Bronze 4, to Bronze 2, to Silver 3, and eventually all the way into Platinum, month on month through consistent, good League of Legends and developing you so you don't have any bad habits, you don't develop bad play styles, and we turn you into a really good League of Legends player. So if you're interested in that, once you watch this, it's a free call. I'll tell you exactly what the plan is and how it's personalized for you and to climb to your exact goal. And at the end of the call, if you're interested in it, we can talk about payment because it is a paid service, but the introductory call to explain what it's about is completely free. So once you watch this, message me on Discord and we can go from there. Overall, you've got a lot of potential here. All you have to do is just focus on those big 4 things that I talked about and you will be able to climb naturally. And if you're looking to climb faster, that's where paid coaching comes in. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the profile review. Cheers, good luck on the Rift, and I'll talk to you once you've watched this.